with Adrenaline Junkies, and today we are going to be changing the oil on a 2022 Canam Maverick Trail Sport. That's what we have today. We have the 4-seater. It's time for an oil change. So let's get that done, and it's a beautiful day, so we want to be fast and go off-roading today. All right, let's get started. These are the items we're going to be using today: an oil change kit, air filter, Adrenaline Junkies hoodie so we don't get dirty, and a little ensemble, and we are ready to go. Okay, so we're under the Canam. We want to get our glovies on because we want to use protection. And then we are going to be using the 17, and before that, there are many holes in here. You want to make sure you get it in the right hole, because if you don't, there's many holes under here. Just find the right hole. Okay, here we go. So I previously warmed up the Canam. Warm up is nice, you know, foreplay is good. Might want to start with that. And now we are going to find the right hole. We're going to use the 17, like number 17. Make sure you have your pan in here. I get so terrified. Okay. There we go. We are going to leave the drain plug out here. I should have had a cloth out here, but I don't. So now while this drains, we're going to switch the oil filter. Okay, let's go. Okay, now that the oil is draining, we are now going to hop in the back here, and we are going to remove the seats, and in our case, our first aid kit as well, because we keep ours in the back over here somewhere. So we're going to remove the seats and get to the back to change the oil filter. Okay, so this screwdriver comes with the, what's it called? Oh, I need pliers. With the toolkit that comes with the Canams, and that's what I use. And my favorite pliers. This is not my favorite part. Oh, that was easy. I know people save these and put them back. I just bought a whole bag of them, and I rather put in all brand new ones. Okay, now that we have all of these buttons taken out, we're gonna pull this out. Nice and easy. Love of God, man. Good enough. We can see in there, it's actually fairly close. Here's what it looks like. It is right Okay. Next, we are going to take off those little screws right there, bolts I mean. We're going to take that off using, what do I have here? This is the 8. We're going to take those off right there. So I stuffed in there some rags because when that thing opens up, there's going to be oil leaking everywhere. So there's some rags in there. Okay. Ready? Here it comes. Good. So this is what that looks like. Okay. All right, so we got those out. What we're gonna do is, with the drain plug, just gonna clean that up. There's gonna be a ring on there, but that ring already came off. So while we're looking at it, I look to see if there's any like metal shavings or anything like that, making sure that there's nothing grinding. And it looks like we're not. Just gonna clean this one up. Clean is good. We want to be clean in order to get dirty. That is nice and clean. Next, we're gonna clean this thing. We're gonna take the ring off because the box has a new one. And again, we're gonna clean this one up. I want to start off everything nice and clean. Oh, it's a little aggressive. Okay. There we go. And now everything in there will be draining nicely. Sometimes all over the ground. Okay, all that is nice and clean. Like brand new. Okay, ready? So now we're going to open up this box. Okay. And what we need is this. We are going to start off with this one, and this is going to go on here. That, and I'm going to go find a little bit of oil. Put a little bit of oil around here so that it's not dry. A little lube goes a long way. So remember that. A little lube goes a long way. Okay. It's nice and lubed up. Next in this box, we have the two sides. That one and that one. You're gonna want the rubber to go inside the oil filter. So that means this metal part will click on here. Okay, like that. And now we're gonna go put this in. The rubber side will go inside, and we're gonna put the screws back in. And then we are ready to put the oil in. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the oil filter, where is it? There it is. That right there. There's the 3 screws. They are all on there tight. Cleaned it up. We'll pull out that rag from there, and then we can put the cover back on. Okay, we have the oil filter back on. Next, you're gonna take this ring with this ring, and then just put it on here. Okay, so put it on there. We are going to plug our oil thing back in, put that back in, and then we'll put the oil in, run it, and if everything is running smoothly, then I'll put the cover back on. So let's get back under there and plug our oil. Okay. So put the drain plug back in, put it in by hand, and then we are going to, doesn't take much to tighten it. And I forgot my gloves. Okay, that's good. Now let's get the oil in it. Okay, over here is dipstick. We're gonna take that out. Right there. Put that over here. And we're gonna get our oil right in there. These are done halfway through. What I like to do is, because you never know when you forgot to put the plug in. Oh, that didn't happen today. Not today. But you, as you're pouring the oil in, before you go through the entire container of oil, you might want to look underneath to make sure that your drain plug is in fact in there. Because I'm sure some of you had the experience where you forgot to put the plug in and you found out after. So before you put in the entire, all your oil in there, this comes with 2.5 of these bottles. You want to just have a little look underneath. It looks like we're good. So I'm going to put in the final one, start it up, let it run, and we are ready to go off-roading. Okay, so we have our oil in. Oh, I forgot to take out this little doohickey. And we're going to put the thing back in there. Okay, that looks tight in there, looks clean. There's oil in there. Okay, I think we have it all done. We have the drain plug, oil filter, and we tightened the bolts on the oil filter. It's important to make sure that they're tight, but not over tight, because as the machine is bouncing around, if it gets loose, they might fall out, or if it's loose, the oil will just filter right out. Ask me how I know that. What did we learn? We learned that we need to tighten those bolts in there. So we have everything in there. I'm gonna run it for like maybe a minute, run it through, and then we're gonna check the oil and make sure everything is good, and we can go off-roading. Okay, so we ran it for about a minute. We're checking. Oh. It's got oil on it. I already wiped it before. So I'm just gonna put it back and put all the seats and covers back, and then we can go off. Oh, we're gonna change the air filter too in a minute, okay? Let's see. Okay, we have the cover on. We're gonna put our seats on. Snap them in. Lastly, we are gonna put our seats back in. Those are pretty self-explanatory, I think. I mean, maybe not. So, you want to put that in the back, and then there's like little buttons underneath, and that's it. Okay, oil filter, oil, drain plug, we ran it, we checked it, and we got our seats in, everything bolted back in. Let's drive it out. I'm gonna run it for a few more minutes and then put it on the trailer and go off-roading. Okay, while we have that running to check it, we are going to change the filter, which has 2 buttons right here. I'm gonna take that off. off-roading. Pull that out. Have a nice, clean. Look how clean that is. Once you have the cover on there, just push it in really hard so it's really tight, and then those three things in the back. Okay, 1, 2, 3. It's tight in there. Put our cover back on. Those two. Lock. We are ready to go off-roading. All right, so this was the oil change on the 2022 Canam Maverick Trail Sport. We did the air filter, oil filter, and an oil change, and now we can go off-roading. Subscribe. Forgot to say subscribe, like our video, and comment down below. Just imagine your comments. Comment anyway. And we will see you guys out there.